Boys and girls, welcome in as we get ready to rock and roll here with a wild evening of racing action. It is the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series live from Bristol Motor Speedway, but with a bit of a twist as they're back onto the dirt track. Here in this one, going to be an absolutely amazing race, an absolutely amazing show here for each and every one of these drivers to compete in, as everybody loves Bristol and everybody loves running on dirt. It is a lot of fun, it is a good time, and it's a bit of a crossover between, the asphalt and pavement stuff, so it makes it very, very fun, very exciting, and it's going to be interesting to see who's going to have the best truck out of the day, especially with heat race action happening here. We are going to have the heat races and then our feature event, and let me tell you, random positions here for these heat races, making things very, very interesting, is going to open up the door for drivers to maybe, get a better starting spot than what they would in the feature event. Drivers that are, really good on the dirt stuff with the trucks, may have to start deeper in the field. You're going to have to watch them try to work themselves up through the traffic and towards the front of the pack here. So it's going to be very, very interesting to see what drivers are going to be able to do, how they're going to be able to maneuver through and around the traffic here at Bristol Dirt, as we'll get ready for heat race number 1 of the Sweet Teas Redemption Tour. Race number 3, as drivers get loaded into the sim, each and every one of them looking for the win here this evening. Ty Dickinson, my boy Sweet Tea, coming in right at the gate with that heart reaction. Andrew Hainsley coming with the like as well, as we see the drivers out onto the racetrack here. Heat race number 1 is about to get underway. Not sure what's happening here with the 45 of Matt Fletcher. Looks like he may be taking an EOL. He was supposed to start in that pole position, but the 45 ride looks like he is going to go to the back of the pack, which is going to move things forward here. Looking like the Crow Trucking On-Lap Heroes at number 37 of Brandon Marlowe will start in that pole position to his outside in the 144 machine. That is Jordan LaFawn. Steven Stefanski going to start there in 30. He's got Dane Lloyd in the Hot Lap Heroes number 9 ride to his outside. The 002, that's Clifford Bellamy, my boy Clifford, out there on the track. Good to see Clifford back out there as the Hot Lap Heroes 002 machine out in that 5th position. To his outside in the 15 ride, another 15 ride. I do believe that's actually Tyler Jackson in the Hoosier number 15 ride. So T-Jack sporting a different look here and different number this evening. Jacob Smith going to start on the outside of row number 4, as he'll have the 1 ride of Dustin Hennigan down to his inside. Blake Murray, Jacob Stefanski, and Matt Fletcher will bring up the rear of the field as we'll get ready to rock and roll with heat race number 1 from Bristol Motor Speedway on dirt. These drivers have been practicing, they've been getting laps in, they've been working on their rides here for this evening, in this moment as the green flag flies for the first time here this evening. Brandon Marlowe quickly onto the lap pedal, but a good run to the outside as Jordan LaFawn going to go door-to-door with them down the back straightaway. Give the advantage to that 144 machine as Jordan LaFawn looking to lead lap number 1. Things get tight. Contact at the front of the field. LaFawn leads lap number 1. Somehow he saves it, but more contact. Marlowe, he's going to go around. Oh no, Marlowe turned around there. Our pole sitter going for a loop-de-loop. We see Blake Murray turned around as well as Jordan LaFawn. Oh no, no caution flags in the start of this race as well. So there we go. We finally get the yellow flag out onto the racetrack, and we can take a look back and see how this one all played out, as there was a lot of craziness here. We saw some craziness a little farther back as they were 3 wide back here. I don't know how the 9 ride saved it. I don't know how a lot of these drivers kept themselves out of trouble, but you can see this 3, almost 4 wide back here, and everyone just trying to get their trucks pointed in the right direction. And then up in front of them, Blake Murray, there's nowhere to go here in the 32 ride, as I do believe he's in the yellow 32. I could be wrong. He might be in the green Dollar Tree number 1. Yes, he's in the JBL machine there. See Jordan LaFawn Tyler Jackson get tied up there on the high side of the racetrack. Clifford Bellamy trying to avoid those guys. Ends up coming into the one ride of Blake Murray, which spins Murray around there. But we take a look here towards the front of the field. And I don't know how LaFont saved this initially here as the contact being made. These guys beating and banging, battling, and LaFont somehow saves it, gets it sent into the corner. Then the 15 rider Stefanski makes contact with that 37. LaFont gets into him, and around goes Brandon Marlowe. Luckily enough, not a whole lot of damage there for those trucks as we'll get them all stacked up, racked up, and ready to go back to green flag racing, as that'll mix the lineup here pretty much completely as Dane Lloyd, Dustin Hennigan 1 and 2. Jacob Stefanski now going to be restarting in that third spot as the Throttle Down Motorsports 32 machine there in that third spot. Matt Fletchel the start to his outside, and then we see Jacob Smith, Tyler Jackson, Bellamy, Marlowe, LaFont, Stefanski, and Murray bringing up the rear of the field. Jake Stefanski coming in with that heart reaction, coming in showing the love here in this one. Andrew Hainsley coming in with that like and the share as well. Dirk Darnell with the like on the stream. Bryce Dickinson coming in with the heart reaction and the share on the broadcast here is Craig Michael Deacon, Jordan LaFont, Chris Peters, Mama Bear, Susie Dickinson coming in showing the love with the heart reaction as well. How are you, Mama Bear? Mitch Willis says, let's go, LaBoon! LaBoon! He was looking good there until across the start finish line there as things kind of got a little bit rough there on the start of lap number 2. As Andrew Hainsley says, I'm struggling with these trucks on dirt. They definitely don't handle anything like an actual dirt car, so I've requested to start at the rear of my heat race. Hey, you know what? Sometimes that's not a bad idea. It's not a bad idea. I mean, Matt Fletchel did the same thing here at heat race number 1, and I mean, he's already back up into position number 4, so you can move through the field at a quick hurry here in this one. As my boy Nathan Smith says, front row outside of heat number 2. We can't wait to see Mr. Smith out there on the racetrack, and I mean, each of these heat races are stacked, man. There's so many good, talented drivers, whether or not it's good, talented drivers on the asphalt or the dirt track stuff here. As you look at Dane Lloyd, Dustin Hennigan, Stefanski, Fletchel, they're all drivers that come from dirt racing backgrounds. Same with T-Jack, Tyler Jackson, and you know, Jordan LaFont. So it's going to be very interesting to see what drivers are going to be able to do here in this one, as it's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be very exciting all evening long, so you guys don't want to go anywhere, so you don't want to miss any of this action. And if you haven't, make sure you hit the like button, hit the share button, hit the follow and subscribe button. Jump into the comment section. Let us know who you're cheering for, who you want to see up in victory lane, as we'll get ready to set these drivers back loose. We'll get ready to go back to green flag racing. Daddy Dane Lloyd out in front here. He will set us back loose as Dustin Hennigan in the pristine auction number 1 ride will start to his outside. The Sunrise Racing 32 with Jacob Stefanski and the RDC machine of Matt Fletchel there in 4th as the green flag back out in the air. A good restart there as the one ride stayed strong on the outside of the 9 machine. And contact! Look out! Dane Lloyd, oh, more contact! Can Matt Fletchel save it somehow? That number 45 ride did not go around. What a move. More contact down the front straightaway here as Tyler Jackson gets up on 2 wheels after contact between him and the 9 ride. These things look like they are an absolute handful out there on the racetrack. Everyone jostling around, beating and banging and battling, as out in front, it's Dustin Hennigan leading the way here. Henny out in front, the young gun leading the way in this one with Jacob Stefanski right there in 2nd. Matt Fletchel there in 3rd. T-Jack up into position number 4 in looking for more is Dane Lloyd falling back here into that 5th spot. He's got Jacob Smith, Jordan LaFont, Steven Stefanski, Brandon Marlowe, Clifford Bellamy, and Blake Murray back there behind him. As LaFont trying to work himself back up through the traffic here as the 15 ride of Steven Stefanski continues to look down to his inside as here comes Brandon Marlowe, our pole sitter, and this one is contact. Hang on to it, the 88 truck. Absolutely destroyed right there. Heavy contact for Jacob Smith. No caution flag. We'll take a look back. He was working up and inside, I do believe, the 9 ride here. Sends it in deep down low. Unfortunately, I think he just loses it here. Maybe a little contact with the 9. Yeah, he sends it in there, makes contact with the 9 right at Dane Lloyd, then right into those safer barriers on pit entry, and that's a ton of damage for Jacob Smith as he takes his ride down pit side. He's out in front. Dustin Hennigan leads the way as he sees that white flag fly. He's got 7/10 of a second between himself and Jacob Stefanski. Team Jack a little farther back in third as Fletchel falls back to position number 4. Jordan LaFond there in 5th as nice and easy through quarter number 3. And out of quarter number 4, it's Dustin Hennigan picking up heat race win number 1 on the evening. Jacob Stefanski, Tyler Jackson, Matt Fletchel, Jordan LaFond, our top 5 here in this one. Steven Stefanski, Brandon Marlowe there in 6th and 7th, as I do believe everybody is going to make it into the feature event. Nobody is going to go home early, so that's one good thing you got to worry about in this one. You don't have to worry about packing up your ride early and joining the fans in the stands and watching from the grandstands here of our feature event. Everybody will get an opportunity, I do believe, to race here this evening, which will make things very interesting to say the least when we get 22 drivers out there onto the racetrack. Carol Hainsley coming in with the like on the stream. Mitch Willis coming in with that thumbs up on the broadcast as well. Coming in showing the big love. Pete Fitzsimmons says, come on, Jordan. Cheering on Mr. LaFond out there on the racetrack. I mean, he rebounded pretty good there up into position number 5. So not a bad aftermath of what happened there. Yo, what's good, Mr. Ely? What's good, Josh? How are you, brother? Says, yo, what's good, mister? That's good. How are you, brother? How are you? How you doing today? As we'll get ready here for heat race number 2. Out in front, starting on the pole in the 09 laser engraving Black Diamond Mafia, the Sweet Tea Gang ride the E&D Farms machine. That is the 67 of Ty Dickinson. He's outside in the 20 ride. It's the Grip Hackney Live Papa Mike Promotions number 20 of Nathan Smith. Starting in position number 3 in the VP Racing number 22 ride, that is Thomas Levister into his outside in the House of Speed E&D Farms Team Conti.gg, the Papa Mike Promotions ride of Bryce Dickinson. Starting in position number 5 in the 91 ride, a beautiful looking paint scheme here for the Team Conti Sim Performance Papa Mike Promotions NLR House of Speed ride, that is Keith Hackney. His outside, the Black Diamond Mafia 09 laser engraving ride of Dylan Murray. Then we see Charles Barnes, Matt Taylor, Gavin Markham, PJ Goodnight, and Andrew Hainsley bringing up the rear of the field. As we get ready, heat race number 2 is about to get underway as Ty Dickinson down to the flag stand, sees the green flag fly onto the lap pedal. A great launch on the outside lane by that 20 ride of Nathan Smith, and he's looking to use that to his advantage. And Smith is going to quickly jump out in front as Ty Dickinson trying to hang on here as they're 3 wide here down through quarter 3 and out of quarter number 4. I'm not sure how that was going to play out, but somehow they all keep themselves pointed in the right direction. As Smith out in front, Bryce Dickinson up into position number 2, but he's got Dylan Murray all over his back bumper, and here comes that beautiful looking number 91 rider Keith Hackney right there in third as they're 3 wide down across the line. 3 wide down into quarter number 1. Here's the 3 right hard up into the outside fence. Hard contact there for Dylan Murray. Fortunately, just getting a little bit of contact. Now, Matt Taylor and the 3 come together, both up into the wall there, but heavy damage there for Dylan Murray, and unfortunately looks like he's got to take that ride down pit side. As Nathan Smith leads the way, see Keith Hackney and Bryce Dickinson, a pair of NLR House of Speed teammates here, 1, 2, and 3 on the racetrack as Ty Dickinson trying to hang on to position number 4 as here comes another House of Speed machine as the 21 of Charles Barnes trying to work himself up into the picture here, trying to join his teammates at the front of the field. He's going to jump up and get the advantage here on the bottom lane, trying to slide in front of that 67 ride. As you see Davin Markham, a beautiful look in 43, the Hot Lap Heroes machine, door to door here with the 22 of Thomas Levister as they make a little contact. See PJ Goodnight right there behind him as he's trying to join that fun in that battle for position at number 6 on the racetrack as Ty Dickinson and Charles Barnes continue to battle here for position number 4. The 67 ride not wanting to give it up. They've switched sides now. The 21 up to the high side. Ty Dickinson down to the inside here. Looks like the 21 will finally make that pass, and he'll use that outside momentum to put himself into position number 4 and join his NLR teammates here at the front of the field. As Smith leads the way, the 91 of Keith Hackney trying to hunt him down here. I'm sure Hackney would love to see the 20 ride win the heat race, but I think he'd rather be in that top spot himself here, knowing that he'll get an opportunity to start on the front row for our A main feature event. As Smith and Hackney trying to hunt each other down here at first and second. You see Bryce Dickinson there in third as Charles Barnes right there trying to reel him in. Ty Dickinson now trying to hold off the 43 ride of Gavin Markham. A lot cleaner of a heat race here in this one as Mr. Stefanski, both the Stefanskis coming in showing the love. Jake says, let's go. And Steven says, gonna be a good race, fellas. Best in the business for the broadcast. Sorry for the heat race caution. Hey, you know what, brother? It's all about the excitement and the show that you guys put on. And trust me, you guys put on one heck of a show there in heat race number 1. And we're getting a good heat race here in heat race number 2 as well. A good show itself, and it may not be over as here comes the 91 ride. A big run down to the inside. Hackney looking to take this lead. Smith gonna maybe let him take it, but he's gonna look back down low as the slide job and the crossovers start here at Bristol Motor Speedway. As Nathan Smith trying to stay in the top spot, he's gonna slide just in front of the 91. Almost contact there as Hackney back down to his inside, looking at the slide job here in 3 and 4. The crossover back out of the 20 ride is down across the line. They'll click off another lap here as looks like Hackney may have got the advantage of leading that lap. So if we see a caution flag, it'll be interesting to see who will actually be out in front, who will be scored as our race leader. Charles Barnes trying to work himself now around the 84 ride of Bryce Dickinson as Bryce sliding back into position number 3 here. Barnes has been slowly but surely working himself up towards the front of the field, and as our first and second place drivers continue to dice things up and exchange slide jobs and crossovers, these guys are hunting them down in a quick hurry. Smith only a couple truck lengths there in front of him as Hackney finally clears the 20 ride, and you'll see that white flag fly. So one more time around here for the Grit Hackney Live Team Conti. .GG number 91 ride down through quarter number 3. Nice and easy out of quarter number 4. And it's the Papa Mike Promotions ride of Keith Hackney who will pick up heat race win number 2. Smith, Bryce Dickinson, Barnes, Ty Dickinson, Markham, Goodnight, Levister, Taylor, Hainsley, and Murray rounding out the field there in heat race number 2. Yo, Matty Fletcher, what's good, Matty? Matty coming in showing the love, says, hey, Aaron, what's up, Matty? What's good, brother? How are you? How you doing today? Matty coming in showing the love in this one with the like on the stream. Pinky's Aussie Gaming coming in showing the love as well, dropping that thumbs up. How are you, Pinkies? How are you? Hopefully you're having yourself a wonderful day. Rob Stefanski with the thumbs up on the broadcast. Bindu Hackney coming in with that like on the stream as well. Steven Stefanski with the thumbs up. Emmett Whitby coming in, becoming a brand new follower here on PeaceMaker Gaming. Emmett, welcome to the PeaceMaker family. Welcome to the PeaceMaker Crew coming in and dropping that follow on the live stream here in this one. Josh Ely coming in with the like on the broadcast as well as, man, oh man, oh man, we're going to get ready here for some wild racing action. As a quick warm-up session, these drivers will be jumping out onto the racetrack. They're going to make sure their cars are absolutely ready to rock and roll here for this feature event, as we'll jump right on board with the 21 ride of Charles Barnes. As Barnes was moving in that heat race, he was looking very fast out there. He may be a threat in this feature event to pick up the checkered flag. It's going to be interesting, to say the least. Matty says, I'm slow in there for damn sure. Hey, listen, I mean, you had a decent run in that heat race, and even after taking the EOL, I mean, still being able to hang on a solid, I do believe, top 5 there in heat race number 1. So, I mean, not a bad start to the day for you, Matt. Not a bad start to the day at all. Says, I'm just here to fill the field. I'm just here to fill the field. I don't know about that one, brother. Anything can happen. And magic can happen as quickly as lightning. So you never know. You never know. So you just got to keep your fingers crossed, keep your truck clean, keep yourself out of trouble, and you can put yourself possibly into victory lane at any moment in time here this evening, as we'll get ready for our main feature event coming up here in just a few short moments. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that share button, hit that follow and subscribe button. Jump into the comment section. Let us know who you're cheering for. Who do you want to see up in victory lane, or who do you think gets it done? Is it going to be the 91 of Keith Hackney, or is it going to be the 21 possibly of Charles Barnes? We saw, Tyler Jackson, Dustin Hennigan very, very fast there in heat race number 1. Davin Markham looked pretty good out there. Jacob Stefanski, a very strong choice, and there's so many different drivers throughout this field that I think any one of them could possibly put themselves into victory lane here this evening, and we're going to be in for one heck of a show and one heck of a treat here this afternoon. Matt Fletcher says they all need to Alt F4 for me to win. Hey, you know what? That could be something we implement. Everyone's got to Alt F4 at least once, except for Matt Fletcher. If they can get back in quick enough, then it'll be good for them. If not, then it's fair game for you. No, I'm just kidding. Richard Young, my boy Richard, coming in with the heart reaction. How are you, Richard? Richard coming in, showing the big love here in this one. Some matching that heart reaction here this evening, as we'll get ready to set these drivers loose. Our main feature event is about to get underway here in just a few more moments. So ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, don't go anywhere, so you don't want to miss out on any of this amazing racing action, as it's going to be a blast here all evening long. I'm going to get a quick drink into me, and we'll get ready to rock and roll here with our feature event in just a few more moments. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, you came here for a show. Well, here you go, as we'll get these drivers lined up here on the front straightaway. We'll get ready to set them loose, as our main feature event is about to get underway. 100 laps of racing action here this evening for the Sweet Tees Redemption Tour. Race number 3 live here from Bristol Motor Speedway on dirt. The NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series getting ready to rock and roll as they all line up on the front straightaway. We'll get ready for our starting lineup. Is starting on the pole in the pristine auction.com #1 ride. It is Dustin Hennigan. Is outside in the Team Conti Sim Performance Papa Mike Promotions NLR number 91, it's Keith Hackney. Starting in position number 3 in the Steve's Lawn Care Sunrise Racing WB Grave Designs Throttle Down Motorsports number 32, that is Jacob Smith. Is outside in the 20 ride, a House of Speed Papa Mike Promotions NLR ride of Nathan Smith. Gonna start there in position number 4. Bryce Dickinson will be starting the outside of row number 3 in his House of Speed E&D Farms ride. He's gonna have the Hoosier Racing 15 of Tyler Jackson down to his inside, rounding out our top 5. Starting in position number 7 on the racetrack is the 144 ride, the Harley Davidson. That was the speed grip Hackney live machine. That's Jordan Lamont to his outside. That was the speed 21 of Charles Barnes, and then we see the 15 of it's the Steve's Lawn Care Sunrise Racing ride of Steven Stefanski. Starting to his outside, it's Sweet Tea himself, the Sweet Tea Gang, Papa Mike Promotions, Black Diamond Mafia, in the Farms 09 Laser Engraving ride. That is the 67 of Ty Dickinson, rounding out our top 10. Brandon Marlowe, Davin Markham, Jacob Smith, BJ Goodnight, Blake Murray, Thomas Levister, Dylan Murray. We see Matt Taylor, Andrew Ainsley, Matt Fletchell, Dana Lloyd, and Clifford Bellamy rounding out the rear of the field. 22 trucks getting ready to go green flag racing here from the beautiful Bristol Motor Speedway on dirt. As down through quarter number 4, the green flag is gonna fly it quickly. Hanny's gonna put the hammer down. Is Dustin Hannigan gonna try to slide up in front of the 91? Keith Hackney clears up down at a quarter number 2, but Hackney quickly drives down to the inside. A slide jump here on lap number 1 as Hackney looks for the lead, and down across the line, it's Keith Hackney who leads lap number 1 of 100 here this evening. As Hannigan and Hackney battle it out for that top spot. Here comes Nathan Smith. He's going to poke his nose into the fun at the front of the field as he's going to slide up. A little bit of a double slider there on that one ride of Dustin Hannigan. He's going to cross back over underneath of that 20 machine of Nathan Smith. Charles Barnes now working to the inside here, the 32 ride of Jacob Stefanski. Jacob Stefanski right there in that battle. T-Jack just on the outside of that top 5 looking in here. He now has Bryce Dickinson trying to get to his inside. Jordan LaFond right there trying to work himself up through the traffic. So isn't that 67 a time. Dickinson is up into the outside fence there. Heavy contact for the 15 ride. Tyler Jackson, unfortunately, some pretty heavy contact there. Looks like he's just trying to get that car up and out of the way here. Man, to take it down pit, so I'm not sure how much damage the 15 machine has, but looks like he's going to be trying to find his way down into pit lane here. Some heavy contact for Tyler Jackson as Hackney leads the way, already opening up a 1.2 second advantage between himself and the 20 rider Nathan Smith. This is all NLR House of Speed at the front of the field as they currently run 1, 2, 3, and 4 on the racetrack. Jacob Stefanski there in that 5th spot. Then he has Bryce Dickinson right there behind him. Jordan LaFond and Ty Dickinson battling door to door here for position number 7 as here comes that 41 machine of BJ Goodnight already working himself up through the field here. Him and Thomas Levister both up quite a few positions to start this race as that 41 and the 22 have been working themselves up inside the top 10, and they're looking very racy early on in this one. Davin Markham right there in the 11th position as the Tinker towing the Hot Lap Heroes right there in position number 11. Steven Stefanski right there behind him. Blake Murray up 8 spots on the racetrack in that Dollar Tree number 1 ride here as he rolls there in the 13th position. Matt Fletchell back into position number 14 with Matt Taylor, Dylan Murray, Brandon Marlowe, Jacob Smith. Hang on to it as Smith almost went for a loop-de-loop there at a quarter number 4. Their Hot Lap Hero rides right here as he's got that 9 ride of Dane Lloyd right there behind him. Another Hot Lap Heroes machine of Clifford Bellamy there in 20th. Then Andrew Ainsley bringing up the rear of the field in the American Flag 29 ride. And unfortunately for Tyler Jackson, T-Jack still down pit side here. You see them jack that truck up, getting some fresh tires onto it, getting ready to roll him back out onto the racetrack here as he had quite a bit of damage from that contact. So we'll have to wait and see if that 15 ride can get rolling and rejoin the field here as he's currently the only driver a lap down here in this one. Right now it's all this 91 ride as Keith Hackney leads the way here. Keith out in front, leading the way now by over 2 seconds between himself and Nathan Smith. It's Smith trying to hold off the 21 rider Charles Barnes as Barnes working to his outside. A good battle here for second, but a little distance back. We see our 4th place driver now getting changed here as Jacob Stefanski going to move around Dustin Hannigan. Move Henny back to position number 5 on the track, and Jacob Stefanski back up into that 4th spot as Bryce Dickinson right there ready to pounce. BJ Goodnight continues his march towards the front of the field here. The 41 right up 7 positions already on the day as he's got Jordan LaFawn and Thomas Levister right there behind him. Levister up 7 spots as well. Davin Markham rounding out our top 10, and here comes Blake Murray. Murray right now the hard charger on the racetrack, up 10 positions. Started all the way back in 21st, now finds himself in the 11th spot on the racetrack, and he's trying to work himself inside the top 10. He just has really nowhere to go right here. He's got Ty Dickinson right there behind him, but tries the outside. Thomas Levister's up there. He looks to the inside. The 43's there, or vice versa, and unfortunately just hasn't been able to find a gap to be able to jump up and get around both those drivers. But maybe an open door right there is a slide job out of the 22. The 43 had to get checked up, and now the 1 ride will pay him 1 here in 3 and 4. And the 1 machine of Blake Murray into the top 10 now. So some good moves there out of that 1 machine to work himself inside the top 10, but his battle's not done yet, and still a lot of laps left to go. As Keith Hackney leads the way here, putting a butt kicking on these drivers early in the race. The 91 machine out in front by almost 3.5 seconds now between himself and Nathan Smith. Smith and Barnes continue to battle here for position number 2 on the racetrack. Hennigan sitting pretty there in position number 4 as he's worked himself back around Jacob Stefanski. Stefanski back there in that 5th position as you see this racetrack really starting to slick off now, which is going to make it very interesting to see how these drivers are going to be able to handle their trucks and that tire wear. Each and every lap that these drivers are running, the tires are getting tore up, they're getting worn down, and going to be harder and harder to handle these rides. So it's going to be interesting to see who's going to be able to have a longer run truck here, save those tires, and have something for possibly a late race, a long run race here. But we see an abundance of caution flags. Who's going to be able to be brave enough to come down pit side, maybe put fresh tires onto your truck and roll back out there, trying to pass a lot of drivers here. It's going to be a very pit strategy kind of wise of a race, but also a very good long run race is how it's feeling right now. These guys are doing a fantastic job here. From the drop of the green flag, we've seen a lot of door-to-door, 2-wide, 3-wide action, a little bit of beating and banging, but no caution flags, which has been amazing to watch. These guys putting on a heck of a show here for us, and it's been a lot of fun as all these drivers continue to mingle, continue to battle here as they see Ty Dickinson trying to hold off his Black Diamond Mafia teammate as the 15 ride of Matt Taylor works down to his inside. Another Sweet Tea Gang Black Diamond Mafia ride there in that 15th position. It's Dylan Murray. We're trying to work himself up through the field here. Dylan was having a good run there in that first heat race. Unfortunately got tied up in something and got hard into the outside wall, and unfortunately had to start at the rear of the field. So tough break for the 3 ride, but trying to rebound here in the feature event. It's Hackney though, out in front, almost 4 seconds the difference now between him and Smith. Smith and Barnes now nose the tail here as they're trying to run down our race leader. Unfortunately, they are not making any time at all as the fall off already starting to come into frame here as tires are already starting to fall off for these drivers. The quick lap times early in the race were ranging anywhere from the 19-second, 18-second bracket here, and now we're down to 19.3s, 19.5s throughout the field here, even some slower than that. So over half a second of fall off already on these tires, and we're only 25 laps. We're only a quarter of the way through this race, so 1 quarter down, 3 quarters left to go, and the fall off is already starting to show. So come 25 laps from now, what's going to be the difference here? Is it going to be a full second, 2 seconds, 3 seconds, as these tires can fall off in a quick hurry, and it can send you backwards just as fast. Is out in front, Hackney leads the way, the number 20 ride and the 21 battling here still for that second spot on the racetrack as they're putting on one heck of a show here for us all evening long. We're going to jump into a very quick PeaceMaker Gaming Crank It Up. So ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, crank up that volume and cheer on your favorite drivers. We crank it up here on PeaceMaker Gaming. mandatory caution at lap number 50. So lap 50, we will see that caution flag fly, which is going to make things very interesting now. You got the choices. Do you come down pit side or do you stay out? But you do see, you know, our race leader really putting a lot of these drivers a lap down. You see Keith Hackney working himself already around the 37 ride. So the 37 machine of Brandon Marlowe going down a lap here. So isn't Ty Dickinson. And there is the caution flag. So the mandatory yellow is going to be displayed here as Keith Hackney working himself through traffic. Has put about 6 or 7 cars a lap down here. And that's going to make his day a little bit easier and his call a little bit easier to come down pit side as Hackney out in front by a big margin between himself and Charles Barnes. Barnes all the way back here in position number 2. And you see Dustin Hannigan, Nathan Smith, Bryce Dickinson, Blake Murray, BJ Goodnight, Jordan LaFawn, Jacob Stefanski, Matt Fletchel, and the rest of the field. As Michael Dickinson, Michael coming in showing the love. How are you, brother? How are you, brother? Coming in says, let's go, boys. Cheering on the Dickinson fam here in this one is Bryce and Ty, both out there on the racetrack. Bryce currently up inside the top 5 here. So far, a very good run for this number 84, as you do see everybody headed down pit side here. So drivers headed down pit lane, looking to try to get some fresh tires onto their cars, looking to get themselves set up and ready to go here for this restart, our first restart of the evening. And now this may be what really opens up this race, as we may see a lot of caution flags. It may be an abundance of yellows as drivers may be, you know, a little bit more tempted or a little bit more pressure to try to get a move on here. As you do see the 20 ride, unfortunately there for Nathan Smith not having the pit stop he was hoping for, is he had to put that truck into reverse, and unfortunately for him, he's going to lose a lot of positions here. That 20 ride had a hard time getting into his pit stall, and unfortunately that's going to bring him out onto the racetrack, and he's going to be pretty deep behind these guys. So this one's going to hurt him for a lot of track position up inside the top 3 here all evening long. Led some laps in, and he's going to be back quite a ways, as Hackney is the first car off of pit lane. So Keith Hackney will stay as our race leader here, as 9 ride of Danny Dane Lloyd. He'll get into line where he needs to be here, and we'll get ready to rock and roll. Those are a couple of the bad-looking E&D livestock farm trucks out there. Yes, sir. A couple of them, as yeah, Bryce is looking strong out there on the racetrack. A beautiful-looking ride here for him, and a good look at that E&D Farms logo right there on the front of this 84 machine, as he's got that Ford Performance ride hooked up here this evening. He's hoping to have a very good outcome here tonight, and fortunately for Ty Dickinson, he may have been caught a lap down there for the Sweet Tea Gang Papa Mike Promotions number 84 ride, as the Sweet Tea Redemption Tour definitely looking for a bit better of a run in this one, as he's got that E&D Farms logo there on the back decking of this 67 machine, as we'll get them stacked up, racked up, and ready to go back to green flag racing here in just a few more moments. As Keith Hackney at the front of the field, you see the 002 ride. I do believe that is there. Who's that there? Is that Brandon Marlowe? That is Brandon Marlowe. So the Crow Towing, Hot Lap Heroes, Marco's Moose Ranch, Hair Salon or Hair Care and Tire Center, number 37 ride, going to get that wave around and back onto the lead lap. So a good break right there for the Hot Lap Heroes ride, as he'll roll back around and rejoin the tail end of the longest line here for the restart. Just chilling back here, says Ty Dickinson. Just chilling. That's what it's all about right there. Just chilling, just having some fun out there on the racetrack. As the front of the field, it's a hornet's nest. The pace truck makes the hard left-hand turn back down pit side. That is going to unleash this field once again to the 91 ride in the restart that Charles Barnes was hoping for. He got a little tire spin down on the bottom side of the racetrack, and the 91 quickly launches back out in front, and here comes Bryce Dickinson. Bryce Dickinson in that 4th spot on the restart will go right with the 91 ride, and he'll jump into position number 2 on the racetrack. So Bryce Dickinson now into second. As you see, this track has really slicked off here over the last 20-25 laps. It has gotten very, very slick, and these drivers are very happy that there was a mandatory caution flag. That way they could put some fresh tires onto these rides, as they really needed them. The fall off was already growing quite a bit here for these drivers, and they had their hands full out there on the racetrack. Charles Barnes back into third here as Blake Murray continues his march towards the front of the field in the Dollar Tree. Number 1 ride is the JDL ride. Going to slide up in front of Jacob Stefanski. Stefanski going to settle in there in the 5th position as Short LaFawn right there on the outside of the top 5 looking in. Davin Markham in 7th with Nathan Smith, who unfortunately had that bad pit stop there during that yellow flag. He came down, unfortunately could not get into his pit stall cleanly, had to back it up, drive it back forward, and unfortunately that cost him a lot of time, and now goes from the top 3 almost outside the top 10 here as he's all the way back in the 8th position. Jacob Smith, Matt Flatchel duking it out there in 9th and 10th. Is right behind them. You see Dustin Hennigan in that one ride. The pristine auction.com machine gonna go for a big slide job. Pancakes the outside fence. Now a little contact again as him and the 15 rider all over each other. That's really squirreling everybody back there behind him as the 15 ride looking to maybe clear the one. He can't get clear. Contact. Around goes Stefanski. Dylan Murray nowhere to go. BJ Goodnight also getting collected in this one. Heavy contact there for a few of these drivers, and the caution flag will come out for the first time here this evening with incident. Mandatory caution, our first caution flag for incident here this evening, and it starts all the way up here a little farther forward as Steven Stefanski in the one ride. Been battling hard and thought he had him cleared, maybe see if he could pinch him off, and unfortunately the one ride not backing down. They make contact, both get up into the wall. Unfortunately for the 15 ride, he does go around and loops back right in front of the 3 ride, and as the truck comes down the racetrack, clips the 41 machine as well. So a tough break there for BJ Goodnight. Luckily enough, doesn't look like too much damage there for that number 41, as you see Clifford Bellamy's going to slide in here as well. Bellamy, just couldn't get out of the way. Hard contact there with the 15 and the outside fence, and heavy damage on that 002 machine as well. As, man, this one happened in a heartbeat out on the racetrack, as this is how quickly things can happen here. So that 15 right goes around, and a lot of drivers just nowhere to go here getting collected in this one. Just luckily enough, the 41 doesn't have too much damage there, only a little bit of contact to spin him around. No hard contact with any other cars or the outside fence, but that will mix things up, and that will make things very exciting. Here is another restart, and we'll have to wait and see if anyone has any pit strategy here to maybe come back down pit side and look to see if they can maybe get an extra set of tires onto their rides and maybe try to storm up through the field. Hi, if you would have answered your phone so I could be your spotter, you'd be winning. Yeah, 100%, Mike, 100%. Ty, it's all Ty's fault. It's all Ty's fault. That's all I got to say. If he doesn't get a good finish, it's because he didn't have you up on the spotter stand, Michael. That's 100% accurate right there. Rubes Gaming. Rubes coming in with the heart reaction. How are you, Rubes? Rubes coming in, showing the love here in this one. My boy, Jake Stefanski, also coming in with that share. I see my boy, Lane Phillips, over there on YouTube. He's enjoying the YouTube vibes. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, if you haven't already, went and followed us over on the YouTube channel. Make sure you guys go over there. Drop us a subscription over on the YouTube channel. Hit the like button on the broadcast over there, as we are currently live not only on Facebook but also YouTube and Twitch as well. So if you haven't checked us out on all the channels, make sure you do. Drop some follows and subscriptions. A follow or a subscription on YouTube is a follow, as they're backwards to what everything else is. But make sure you guys check us out over there as well. Let me drop the channel here. Let me drop the channel real quick, the YouTube channel, into the chat over there on Facebook and over on Twitch. So if anyone is watching and they want to go and support the YouTube channel as we continue to keep on growing more and more over there as well, slowly but surely getting towards that 1,000 subscribers over on YouTube. So make sure you guys go over there, drop a subscription over on the YouTube channel, as I'd love to hit that 1,000 subscribers over there. And we got some pretty crazy things in the works here, and Listen, Michael, either Papa Mike or yourself, if you guys are interested in being a sponsor of a video, I got a really cool idea for a video coming up, and you guys want to kind of help us out and sponsor with it, I think that'd be very cool. My boy, Justin Toll, says, holy crap, what's good, Justin? What's good, Mr. Toll? How are you, brother? Justin coming in, showing the love as we are back to Green Flag Racing here at Bristol. As Keith Hackney out in front quickly puts the hammer down and trying to pull away. Once again is Bryce Dickinson in the E&D Livestock Farms and number 84 ride, trying to hang on to second, gets very tight down on the bottom side of quarter 3 and 4, and that'll open up the door for Blake Murray, who's been on a mission to the front of the field. Murray up 19 positions from where he started earlier today, and he is now into position number 2, and that number 1 ride has looked very strong all evening. Bryce going to slide back to 3rd as Charles Barnes there in 4th. Jacob Stefanski, the Sunrise Racing Steve's Lawn Care, number 32 ride there in 5th, and then Jordan LaFawn door-to-door here with Nathan Smith, and Smith trying to rebound from that pit road mistake as Matt Fletchel, Davin Markham, and Dustin Hennigan round out our top 10. He's got BJ Goodnight down to his inside, though. It's a good battle here for that 10th spot on the track. The 88 of Jacob Smith trying to poke his nose into the fun, and so isn't Thomas Levister, who's right there behind him, trying to get up there as well. Dylan Murray out there on the track. Good to see that car get back out there and prepared here for the end of this race. Is Brandon Marlowe back in the 15th spot. Dane Lloyd in 16th. Ty Dickinson, the first car, 1 lap down right now. Currently scored in position number 17 on the racetrack here. You would love to see that caution flag come back out and see if he can get that wave around him back on the lead lap, as he's currently battling with Jacob Smith, who's in the 12th position on the racetrack. So Ty could be sitting in the 13th or 12th position. He was on the lead lap right now, so I'm sure he'd love to see that yellow flag. Justin says, who is this? Who is this? You know who it is, baby. You know it's me, Justin, Mr. Toll, coming in, showing the love. Listen, brother, I told you, dirt was dead for a little while there. We didn't have a whole lot going on, but over the next, month or so, we got a lot of new dirt series getting underway here. We got a couple new pavement ones also getting underway, but business is picking back up. Things are looking very good, and the action is non-stop here on PeaceMaker Gaming, as a little bit back to the dirt track here in this series. Only a couple races, throughout the series are on the dirt track, but nonetheless, a lot of fun here as we do see the caution flag fly as LeBoon, Jordan LeBoon, gonna go around, and the caution flag is gonna come back out. We'll take a look and see what happened here as he was battling tough with Davin Markham and the 1 ride as they were battling, duking it out here. The 1 machine of Dustin Hennigan right there, and just unfortunately looks like send it into quarter 1 here. Gets tight, washes up the racetrack hard into the outside fence, and I think it just tears up the right front. And as it does, it just gets stopped up there, just kind of glued to that outside fence, and without coming off of it and collecting anybody else, caution flag flies. So not the ideal break that the 144 ride was looking for, and unfortunately some pretty good right side damage there for the Heartland Harley Davidson House of Speed Papa Mike Promotions ride, but he's going to possibly take that car down pit side, look to get some work done to it, and see if he can get back out there and back into contention. But I know one driver that was really liking the fact that the caution flag was going to come out. That's Ty Dickinson. They believe Ty Dickinson will get that wave around, and he will be back onto the lead lap here. So definitely what Sweet T wanted to see, and getting himself back on the lead lap is definitely going to feel pretty dang good for this 67 ride. As Keith Hackney continues to lead the way here, he's led a lot of laps here this evening. That 91 ride is going to be a tough cookie to beat here in this one. He may be trying to drive himself into another checkered flag as Ty says no waves. Oh, there's no wave arounds? Oh my gosh, why is there no wave arounds, Ty? What in the world? What in the world? Come on now, give yourself a wave. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. That sucks, brother. That sucks. I thought there was wave arounds. You ruined it all. Mitch Willis says, not LeBoon, not LeBoon. Yeah, unfortunately, Jordan LaFawn. Dirt track rules. Dirt track rules. Okay, I get you. I get you. But I mean, like, as much as this is a dirt track, it's not like really a dirt track. I mean, NASCAR Truck Series, when they ran Bristol, they still had wave rounds. They didn't run off dirt track rules. But hey, it is what it is. It is what it is. Nonetheless, sucks for you. Good for everyone that's in front of you. It's probably currently, you know, you're battling right there, you know, for top 11, top 12 right there. And unfortunately, you know, you're going to be stuck back in that 17th spot. So, enough break for you. Hoping that everyone would come down pit side, maybe get the wave around and back on the lead lap. But no breaks there either. As we're going to stacked up, racked up, and ready to go back to green flag racing here in this one as, yeah, Lane Phillips over there on the YouTube channel cheering us on says, I like it better on YouTube. Well, I love that. I love that. What do you like better? If Lane, if you're still watching, brother, what do you like better on YouTube? Is it better quality or is it just better, you know, just, you know, I don't know. Is it better quality? What do you like about it? Maybe just a better feel with, you know, the YouTube stream. I'm not sure if the vibes are right. What's up with the YouTube stream? Cheering on Bryce Bear out there on the racetrack. Thinks Bryce Bear might be able to get this one done. And Bryce, I mean, he's been able to get that good restart out of that fourth hole. So see if he can kind of get this launch with the 91 ride as Keith Hackney once again going to choose the outside lane here on the restart. Keep himself kind of out of trouble and make sure that he kind of hits the right gear here and gets that launch that he needs. This is my boy Skylar Pruitt. Pruitt coming in, showing the love here in this one, coming in with that heart reaction. Says, hey yo, what's good? Is there you go. There's the launch that Hackney was looking for. The 91 ride quickly onto the loud pedal, clears the rest of the field, looking to open up that lead that he had once again. As Blake Murray going to stay in position number 2 as he slides up in front of the 84 rider Bryce Dickinson. Dickinson trying to hold on to position number 3 as Charles Barnes. There in 4th, Nathan Smith back up inside the top 5 here. So Charles Barnes and Nathan Smith run 2nd and 3rd for a lot of laps. Basically the first 50 laps of this race, and right now they're both right there again, trying to work themselves back up into 2nd and 3rd, trying to hunt down our race leader. As right now it's all NLR House of Speed here at the front of this field as they are running 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 on the racetrack. You can call it 6 as well as Dustin Hennigan makes the move around the 32 with Jacob Stefanski. Stefanski back there in the 7th position. He's got Davin Markham working to his inside. Markham's been slowly but surely making that Moose Ranch Hair Care Entire Center ride, getting closer and closer to the front of the field. So as in Matt Fletchell of the Black Diamond Mafia, number 45 ride. PJ Goodnight rounding out our top 10 here in this one is Brandon Marlowe. There in 11th has Dylan Murray and his Sweet Tea Gang Black Diamond Mafia number 3 ride just on the outside of the top 10 looking in. Jordan Laboon, Mr. Laboon back into that 13th spot here, trying to work himself back up inside the top 10. Getting that 144 ride rolling down on the bottom side of the racetrack. It's Jacob Smith, Thomas Levister, Dane Lloyd, and Steven Stefanski are top 17. Ty Dickinson back there at 18th. Matt Taylor, Tyler Jackson, Clifford Bellamy, Andrew Ainsley bring up the rear of the field in this one. It's Hackney out in front as Skylar Pruitt says, I'd wreck everyone in here if I was in the race. Well, brother, you should have been here. It could have been pretty exciting to see that. That's for certain. It would have been pretty exciting. That's for certain. As man, it's been a lot of fun in this race. We've seen some great racing action, a lot of door-to-door, you know, side-by-side, you know, 2 wide, 3 wide, a little bit of 4 wide action here, especially on these restarts. As Acting, though, has been the class of the field out in front, continuing to hold down that top spot. So that number 1 ride of Blake Murray right there behind him as Murray showing a lot of speed. He's up 19 spots from where he started. Now to work himself up through the field here. Now in a good spot to try to hunt down our race leader and see if he has something to maybe beat Keith Hackney. Bryce Dickinson trying to hold off his teammate here as Charles Barnes works down to his inside. Barnes trying to take back over 3rd here, and so is in the 20 ride of Nathan Smith as now he's working down to his inside as well. Skyler says, I can't drive a truck at all. I'm all gas, no brakes. All gas, no brakes. That's 100%. One at a time. Jordan, pick them off. As Pete Fitzsimmons says, pick them off. Jordan LaFawn, as we do see the caution flag fly here. Again, I believe this is our 4th caution flag of the day. Looks like Dylan Murray going to get tied up here in this one as he works to the inside here of Jordan LaFawn as like he's going to get a little piece of the fun. Things going to get checked up, and everything kind of gets bottle jammed down the bottom side of the racetrack. Unfortunately, him and Stefanski get hard together, and Stefanski just can't stay off of him here, and that's a tough break right there for the 3 riders. The Black Diamond Mafia 09 laser engraving ride right here as he has to check up for the cars checking up in front of him. Unfortunately, the Sunrise Racing Steve's lawn care ride didn't quite see it quick enough, and he's also getting pushed in there by cars behind him, and unfortunately all that momentum just going to go right into the back bumper of the Chevy Silverado of Dylan Murray and spin him around, pointed the wrong direction. That will bring the caution flag back out, and we will stack him up, rack him up, and get ready to go back to green flag racing here in this one, as Heath Acne going to look for another perfect restart here in this one as we go back to green flag racing, as we're already 3/4 of the way through this race. Only 25 laps left to go here next time by the start finish line. So this race is coming to a close in a quick hurry, and we'll get ready to set them back loose here in just a few more moments. So when we go back to green flag racing, we're going to crank it up here on PeaceMaker Gaming. Tasha coming in, showing the love. How are you, Tasha? How are you, my girl, coming in, showing the love with that heart reaction on the broadcast. Skylar Pruitt says, wow, Dylan Murray, shaking my head, shaking my head. Listen, I don't think that one was Murray's fault right there, okay? That one wasn't Murray's fault. There was nothing he could really do there. They were bottlenecked up in front of him. He was trying to stay out of them, trying to not make a caution flag, and unfortunately kind of got ran over there and became the caution flag. So a tough break there for Dylan Murray. No fault of his own there. No fault of his own, but that's just racing out there. We're still going to blame him. Okay, we're going to blame him. We'll blame him for that one. He should have been able to hang on to it a lot better. He should have expected that contact to his back bumper there. I don't know what he was thinking, what was going on there between the ears of the 3 ride, but yeah, he should have known that that was going to happen right there. We'll get ready to go back to battle here in just a few more moments. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, if you guys are enjoying the racing action, make sure you guys hit the like button, hit the share button, hit that follow and subscribe button. Man, this race has been a lot of fun. These guys have been putting on one heck of a show here for us, and things are very thrilling, very exciting race all evening long, and it'll be interesting to see if that 91 ride can hang on and hold them off and put himself into victory lane, or if he'll slide backwards here and possibly not win this race. He's fired now, says Skylar Pruitt. Oh, God, he's fired now as we are back to green flag racing, and we're going to crank it up here on PeaceMaker Gaming. with only 10 more laps left to go here in this race. Keith Hackney out in front to almost, once again, a second lead over our second place driver, Blake Murray, as Murray trying to hold on and hold off Nathan Smith, as Smith trying to track him down, trying to work himself back up into position number 2, as Sling and Dirt Series says, hell of a race. Yes, sir, it's been one absolute amazing race here all evening long. These drivers have been putting on one heck of a show here for us, and right now, Keith Hackney been the class of the field, as Michael Dickinson says. The 67 sounds like a front-wheel drive banging off the chip at Stewart International Speedway. My gosh. Yo, what's good, Jonathan? Mr. Wiley says, what's up, fellas? Jonathan, my boy, why aren't you out here, brother? Why aren't you on the racetrack in this? As we see the caution flag fly, and it's LeBoon again. Jordan LaFawn, Mr. LeBoon, unfortunately going to get tied up in a late race incident. And we're going to have a late race restart here in this one. As a little 3 wide. That's Brandon Marlowe up on the high side. Dylan Murray down on the middle. And Jordan LaFawn, Mr. LeBoon, down on the bottom side of the racetrack here. And unfortunately, they just kind of get beaten and banging. A little 3 wide. Some contact. And around goes LaFawn hard up into the outside fence there. Heavy contact for the Heartland Harley-Davidson Houses Speed NLR machine, as he gets stopped up there on the high side of corner number 1, and that will bring the caution flag back out. Let's see if we can jump right on board here with this number 144 ride, and take a look from the cockpit at what he sees as he rolls into this, and he drives her in there deep, trying to get underneath the 3 ride, and fortunately they get underneath another car, and that makes things very interesting down this front straightaway. As they will hang on to it. I don't think he was expecting the 3 ride to get bent out of shape there in the middle, as Dylan Murray kind of get bounced around there a little bit. Unfortunately, just couldn't hang on to it, and then flips that right rear of Jordan LaFawn and up into the outside fence there. Tough break there for Mr. LaFawn, and a tough break for Keith Hackney, as he'll see his lead evaporate here and bring the rest of the field right back to his rear bumper again. Jonathan says, had a super speedway league that started up, just taking a break from dirt. Laugh out loud. Hey, listen, I get you, brother. I get you. Nothing wrong with that at all. I mean, this is only one dirt race. I mean, thankfully, I mean, it's not like a all truck series on dirt or anything, so not too bad. But hopefully we'll see you back out here next Thursday or whatever else in the rest of the Sweet Teas Redemption Tour series, as it'll be choose time now. Do you come down pit side or do you stay out there on the racetrack? I don't know how many sets of tires these drivers had to start this evening. We did see everyone basically get a set at the halfway point, and that may be all they had here. But if anyone has an extra set of tires back behind pit wall, this may be the time to really use them and put them to use. But I don't think anyone's came down pit side, so I think it's going to be run what you got here from here on out. And unfortunately, it's going to make things very, very interesting here late in the race. Some older tires, a wore-out racetrack, possibly a very exciting finish to this race. That 1 ride of Blake Murray up 19 positions, started all the way back in 21st. Our second to last driver here in the evening. He's up into position number 2 now as single file restarts, and a good restart from the 91, but he gets up into the outside fence there. Gets a little piece of the outside fence, jumps right down to the inside lane here, looking to open up that lead once again between himself and that 1 ride of Blake Murray as they battle back here for position number 3 on the racetrack. Matt Fletchell, Bryce Dickinson, door to door. Here comes Nathan Smith, going to try to poke his nose into the fun, and the 43 ride, sorry, of Davin Markham. Markham right there in that battle as well. Markham going to jump up into that 5th position as Charles Barnes and Nathan Smith both sliding backwards here ever so slightly. Jacob Stefanski up into that 6th position. He's trying to get underneath that 43 line of Markham for position number 5. It's out in front. It's all Keith Hackney here. It's Hackney once again picking up that lead right where he left off in the 91 ride, looking very strong here all evening long, trying to cruise to a victory here this evening. Blake Murray there in second as Bryce Dickinson will clear that number 45 ride of Matt Fletchell. So Fletchell in the Black Diamond Mafia machine will slide back to position number 4 here as Bryce Dickinson there in third, trying to park his ride up onto the podium with his teammates there in front of him. Fletcher, though, trying to get that Black Diamond Mafia ride into the podium spot here, trying to work himself into third as Nathan Smith, Charles Barnes, Jacob Stefanski, Davin Markham, Thomas Levister are top 9 as Brandon Marlowe's going to work himself now into that 10th position. He drives around the outside of Dylan Murray and PJ Goodnight as PJ going to slide back to position number 11 now on the racetrack. As the laps continue to get clicked down, Keith Hackney looking to try to pick up the checkered flag here in this one as the 91 machine out in front, nice and easy, down across the line. We'll see the white flag fly one more time around for the NLR. House of Speed, Papa Mike Promotions, Grip Hackney Live, Team Conti Sim Performance Ride as down through quarter number 3 and out of quarter number 4 for the final time is Keith Hackney will pick up the win here, dominating fashion just like we saw last week from the beautiful California Super Speedway. And here you go. Auto Club Speedway, the home of last week's win for the 91 ride, and he backs it up with another dominating finish here at Bristol Motor Speedway in the NASCAR trucks on dirt as Hackney will park it in victory lane. You see the one ride of Blake Murray giving him some congratulations here as a 1-2-3 finish for the NLR House of Speed rides as Blake Murray there in second, just a different paint scheme, and then Bryce Dickinson in that House of Speed E&D Farms Papa Mike Promotions ride going to come home in position number 3. A great run there for Bryce Dickinson, but no one better than this 91 ride here this evening as Keith Hackney picks up the win and parks himself in victory lane as we'll get ready to pull this 91 ride up into the broadcast booth here for his post-race interviews. Let's go, says Cody Sanderson. What's good, Cody? Cody coming in, showing the love as well. Michael Dickens says, let's go, Bryce. Cheering on Brycey Bear out there. Hackney needs a bounty on his head. Oh, brother, who's going to put the money up? Who's going to knock this 91 right off the top spot and claim a bounty possibly here in the Sweet Tea Redemption Tour? As, man, some great racing action here all evening long. And we'll get ready to jump into the interview booth here with our top 3 finishers and bring them in for a very, very amazing race, man. That was a lot of fun and a very good race between all 3 of these drivers. All the drivers out there on the racetrack put on a heck of a show for us all evening long. We saw some of them. Man, we saw a 50-lap green flag run to start this race, and then, only a few caution flags throughout that second half, really making things very, very interesting, man, as that's a lot of fun here in this one. Woo! Oh, brother! All right. Let's get ready. We're waiting for Hackney to jump up into the broadcast waiting room here and get him in for his post-race interview. As Mama Bear says, way to go, Bryce. Cheered on Bryce Dickinson, congratulating Mr. Hackney as well as Keith coming home with the win here this evening. Another dominating win. We saw him dominate there at Auto Club Speedway last Thursday, and here he is backing it up with another dominating win at Bristol Motor Speedway and maybe taking a stranglehold of his championship lead here this evening. Ty says, you putting money? Are you putting up money? I'll give out a free sub to my OnlyFans to whomever beats them. And listen, that's a good deal right there. 100%. 100%. I think someone will dump Hackney to make sure that they can get that OnlyFans sub. That's 100%. Mama Bear says a good race. That was a great race right there, Mama Bear. As we get ready to pull in our race winner, Keith Hackney, into the top 3 waiting room here. We're going to pull him up into the booth. Hey, Keith, it's Aaron up here in the PeaceMaker Broadcasting booth. To get a copy?
What's going on, buddy?
Not much, Keith, man. Oh, man, another dominating win here in dominating fashion as you pick up the dub at Bristol Motor Speedway in the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series on dirt here at Bristol Motor Speedway, man. Take us back through this one. And, what was the game plan going into this evening, knowing that, you're a very, very fast dirt driver. You're very fast on the asphalt stuff. Now you got to kind of combine the both of them and put all your knowledge together here to make yourself into a rocket ship, and you're able to do that perfectly here and put yourself in the victory lane.
Yeah, man, I love running trucks on dirt. I love running trucks in general. This is like my go-to. This is like my money maker on asphalt or dirt. Um, I just really enjoy them. I understand them. I understand, obviously all the physics of them, where to maneuver, when to maneuver, and stuff like that. And then plus on top of that, it is Bristol. I love this place. The track can be fast, at different points of the race, depending on different lines. But I don't know. Like way back when, I would rip the lip here and just let it ride. But I love bottom feeding at this track, and you just have to be so smooth. And with these, like with the way how the weight is in the ass end of the truck, I mean, you really got to be conservative. You really got to keep it under you and stuff like that. So I knew it was gonna be, obviously fairly quick. We had a test session for the race, and I was trying to give all the guys um, the like pretty much settings that I was going to run for sure in the heat. Um, and then I just couldn't make up my mind what I wanted to do for the future because I knew this place was going to get slick, top to bottom. And so I ended up setting up just a little bit tighter than them. I heard what they was doing, and I just contemplated, and I sit there and I waited till the last second to make a decision, and obviously the right one. Um, but yeah, man, I love this. I love these, and continuing our good run over here in this league. Um, you know, other than my guys, I really thought that a lot of the other dirt guys, would have been stepping up, and not saying that they didn't, but just in general, I thought it would be a fairly good race. And I heard a little bit what was going on behind me, but I didn't. I was just too worried about hitting my marks. That little mid-race caution sort of threw me off because I guess I didn't read Discord and see that we had a mid-race caution because I was trying to see how far I could get up through there and lap traffic. But um, I'm happy, man. Like I just haven't ran really worth the damn and pretty much anything else. Obviously, you seen last night. Um, I just my head hasn't been all the way in it. Just dealing with this and dealing with that, and just trying to get relaxed again because I know I can do this stuff. Obviously, that's been shown time and time again. But stepping over to the asphalt side, those wins don't come as easy. You can be competitive, you can be running up front, but just all the different strategies and all this and whatnot, it just is they don't come as easy as they do on dirt to me, obviously. But yeah, man, I enjoyed it, and I'm so proud of all the guys that showed up tonight in the league, and as far as my team, we had a couple newcomers with LaFon and Hennigan, in which they was both fast at points, and just things didn't work out and stuff like that. So super proud of the league as a whole, and super proud of my team.
Absolutely. Talk about that team and all the teamwork as we saw you guys up throughout the, the top five, the top 10 here. A lot of great competitors there battling, and pretty positive. Blake Murray's on your team as well. Just different paint scheme on that one ride here this evening, but a 1-2-3 finish for the House of Speed NLR ride. So it's got to feel pretty good knowing that we have Blake Murray and Bryce Dickinson right there behind you, having some good runs and some solid performances here this evening as well.
Oh, for sure, for sure. Anytime you can sweep the podium, it's always a great thing. We used to do it a lot, way back when on the dirt side, and obviously, with this being a dirt race, I guess that really don't count. But yeah, man, it's always good for that. At one point, I think we was pretty much the top five, I guess, there for a while, or at points, and I think Nathan got shuffled back a little bit. Charles tried to play strategy and try to go in and get new tires. And it almost worked out for him. Maybe if we would have had, I don't know, a couple more laps and another caution, I think he would have been up there because our lap times was pretty much the same at the end. Me and Charles was with him being on new tires and me being on those 50 lap old tires. So, I don't know. All in all, like I said, it's a great night and a great night for the team.
Absolutely. A great night for the team and a great night for the 91 ride as you park yourself back up here in victory lane. Back-to-back weeks here, picking up the checkered flag, Hackney, and a great way to cap off a wonderful night here at Bristol Motor Speedway. A great short run race there at the end, but you're able to hit the restart once again perfectly, pull away, and give yourself that bit of breathing room between yourself and your fellow teammates and competitors out there on the racetrack as you pull yourself up into the Bristol Motor Speedway victory lane. Who would you like to thank for such a great run and strong performance here this evening?
Yeah, man, just obviously all the guys at NLR, they never seem to disappoint me just stepping into these different roles, with all these newer or with the asphalt stuff and stuff like that. So man, kudos to all of them because obviously deep down in our hearts we are dirt guys, but them really stepping out of their comfort zone and really getting comfortable, with the asphalt stuff. So I just can't be more proud of them guys and whatnot. So yeah, um, House of Speed for sure. Um, for all your dirt needs. I know dirt is not really big right now, but we gonna try to get it back there at some point. Team Conti, performance, just absolutely amazing sets on asphalt. Like it's just one to none, unreal. Um, Papa Mike, um, promotions. I don't really never say promotions, but Papa Mike, Mama Bear, Tunnel Vision by Hackney, of course. Like if you need a paint or pictures or video or whatever you need, just hit me up. Um, uh, Ty for putting this on. Um, I know I'm forgetting somebody. I just cannot think about it right now. But obviously you for putting or the amazing broadcast that we can go back and watch 11 times between now and next Thursday. And shout out to my little one. I think she might have been tuned in today. And, all the people close to us. And yeah, that's about it.
Evil Keith, a great run, a great win. Congratulations here. Picking up another one this evening, and we can't wait to see you back out there on the racetrack when we go to the SRX rides next week. So it's going to be another, different car, different track, and, back to the asphalt. And we're going to see if you can try to find your way back up into victory lane here once again, and we can't wait to see how it all plays out.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Just one thing before I go. Them cars are tough, are tough, and where we're going, and I've practiced there with that car, and this is definitely going to take some more practice to be competitive and try to win that thing next week. So if anybody hasn't practiced yet, y'all better get on the ball. So, but yeah, man. Thank you, man.
Absolutely. Enjoy the rest of your night, Keith.
All right, bro. Thank you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, give it up there for our race winner, Mr. Hackney, as Keith Hackney picks up the win, parks the 91 truck up in victory lane. A great run and a great drive right there as my boy Nathan Smith coming in showing the love with the heart reaction on the broadcast. Says, great run to the team. Good jump to everyone else as well. Says, I suck. Oh, gosh. I don't think you suck, Nathan. I mean, you were doing pretty good there. You led a few laps early in the race. You were able to kind of duke it out with Hackney there for a little bit and then, had that first half of the race. I mean, you and Charles were 2 and 3 out there on the racetrack for a long time, and you kind of fell back. You kind of went back to the front. You just made that pit road penalty, or not pit road penalty, but that pit road mistake. We saw you get in there. You overshot the pit box and had to put it in reverse, then pull back into it, and you lost a good 10 spots off that pit stop. And I think that's what really hurt you, is you kind of got shuffled back there. You were kind of going through a lot of traffic, trying to work yourself back up towards the top 5, and being able to still bring it home in 5th after that mistake is still a pretty good run and a pretty good race there. As my boy Matt Fletcher says, thanks for the broadcast, Aaron. Absolutely, Matty. Absolutely, my boy. You always know it, brother. You always know it. And always happy to see you up in the chat showing the love here all evening long as we'll get ready to pull in our second place finisher and our hard charger on the evening. The 83 rider, Blake Murray, going all the way from 21st to second here this evening, picking up 19 positions here today. 19 very fast, very good competitors back there behind him that he was able to work himself around and keep at bay, but only one driver was able to beat him here today as we'll get ready to pull Blake, our second place driver, into the broadcast booth. Hey Blake, it's Aaron up here in the PeaceMaker broadcasting booth. Take a copy.
Oh, go ahead.
Blake, man, a very good run, a very strong performance for you here this evening as you started deep in the field all the way back in 21st. You had a lot of drivers that you had to pass as you started at the tail end of this field, and slowly but surely, you work yourself up there, you start making some passes, you crack the top 10, you crack the top 5, and all of a sudden you're up here in that second spot with a few late race restarts, trying to figure out a way to beat that 91 ride of Keith Hackney. Unfortunately, you couldn't quite get him, but you're able to get 19 drivers back there behind you to stay at bay, and you put yourself into a very solid podium finish here this evening, man. Take us back through this race and what was going through your mind, making all those moves and all those passes, and getting towards the front of the field.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the random redraw, but I like it because it puts nobody knows where they're starting, and lucky me, I usually don't get a good start. I mean, a good starting spot. So I'm used to starting in the back. But yeah, we charged up through there, and by the time I got top 10, I done burnt the right rear off, and I kind of knew I had to go because Keith was on the front row. I knew he had to be coming, but then we had that break at halfway, and we went in and got tires, and Keith and them was all talking about getting fuel, which they did, and I didn't. So if I'd filled it up at the end, I feel like we could have maybe get him a run, but he was really good.
Absolutely, very, very good, very fast all evening long, and definitely got to take some of the strategy into thought here as well. I don't know how many tires you guys had here throughout the evening, if it was unlimited or if you only had that one or two sets, but I was surprised we didn't see more drivers there through some of those late race caution flags, try to come down pit side, get fresh tires onto them, see if they could work themselves up through the field. As the tire fall off wasn't enormous, but it was still there. You could see probably after 20, 25 laps, it was about half a second of fall off. So I'm amazed we didn't see more drivers trying to play some different strategy moves out there.
Yeah, we got the caution like lap 75. I thought about it, but I was like, ain't no way, because the top was so far gone. It was pretty much one lane at that time, and Charles went in and got some tires, and he made it back to fifth or sixth right there at the end. But there was so many cars on the lead lap locked down for me to try it. So I just couldn't get Keith on the start. It's aggravating as crap starting on the bottom. I went fourth to second right there. If it was single file, I wouldn't have passed him. But yeah, Keith was good. That's about it. It was fun. It was fun right there about lap 50 when that's about five guys going at it, about three wide.
Absolutely, a
Me,
lot of
BJ, and LaFon. Heck, I can't even remember all of them really.
Absolutely, definitely some great racing out there as you worked yourself through the field, and as I said, a lot of 2 wide, 3 wide battles out there. A lot of very, very tough competitors in the field, and be able to come home in second's got to feel pretty dang good, Blake, as you park it up here on the podium. Who would you like to thank for such a great run and strong performance here this evening?
I like to thank all the guys at House Speed and LR, Papa Mike, Tunnel Vision by Hackney, Grip Hackney Live. Thank y'all for the broadcast and Ty, and yeah, the Dirt guys finally come back out for a pretty long break, and safe to say we still got it.
Absolutely, guys. Definitely still got it. A very good performance, a very good race here in this one, Blake. And can't wait to see you back out there on the racetrack next week as we jump into the SRX rides. And definitely going to be a very interesting race, to say the least. Going to be a lot of fun and be interesting to see how it all plays out.
Yep, thank you.
Absolutely. Enjoy the rest of your evening, and congratulations on the second place run here again this evening.
Thank you.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, give it up there for our second place finisher, Blake Murray, as Murray coming home there in position number 2, and our hard charger on the evening as we'll get ready now to pull in our third place finisher, the 84 ride of Bryce Dickinson, as Bryce coming home here in position number 3. We'll pull him up into the broadcast booth. Hey, Bryce, it's Aaron up here in the PeaceMaker broadcasting booth. Do you have a copy?
I sure do, buddy. What's up?
Oh, not too much, Bryce. Man, what a run, what a drive as you were able to pull yourself up into position number 3 here in this one. A lot of tough competitors all around you. Take us back through this as you're able to work yourself up inside the top 5 and then have it, duke it out there for a lot of laps with, Blake Murray, Matt Fletchell, Charles Barnes, and Nathan Smith. Man, it looked like you guys were having a bit of a blast out there. A lot of fun battling, door to door and a little 3 wide at times out there on the racetrack.
Yeah, it was a blast. I knew it all was going to come down to the heat race there. Wasn't too sure what happened with that 3 car who kind of sent an N over my nose. Hate to see that happen. I think if he would have stayed there in the middle and we stayed 3 wide, it would have been for better racing and it wouldn't have ended his night like that. But all in all, it was fun. I don't think there was a single lap I didn't have a smile on my face. Just chatting with the guys and being back with the team is always fun. We really don't race as often as, we used to, but when we're back together, I mean, it shows that we're unstoppable.
Absolutely a very strong team performance here this evening. We saw at one point in time, there was, the top 6 were all NLR rides, and you guys were all very, very fast, very great drives all evening long. We saw, obviously, Nathan Smith running some issues on pit lane and trying to battle back. We saw Charles Barnes try to make a late race pit strategy move there and battle back up into 6. And then you throw in, Stefanski and Markham and Marlowe all in there and all these other great talented competitors. It's tough to be able to come home not only just, 1, 2, and 3, but to have, at certain times top 6 all NLR cars out there is it's going to feel pretty good as a team and as everyone having some fun and having some good times out there on the racetrack.
Oh yeah, it was a blast. Besides during the competition caution, I think I seen the ambulance come down to my pit stall. I ran over my guys too. It sounded like everyone else did, but thankfully I didn't overshoot it. I was just kind of parked in them, parked on top of them, so I don't really know how they changed my tires. But we were thankful enough to get back out there and, for once not mess up a pit strategy and actually finish a race. So it was an absolute blast. And just to be back up here and podium, talking to you, I wouldn't want it any way else.
Absolutely, brother. Absolutely. Always a great time to get you up here after a great race and a great finish and, put yourself back onto the podium. Maybe a little bit of momentum being built here for not only this series, but so many other series that you're a part of. And hopefully more and more top 3s and victories coming your way here over the next couple of months. And we look forward to watching a lot of them here and calling a lot of them as you're in a lot of those leagues. And, hopefully, we continue this trend of getting you up here into the broadcast booth after, very strong performances and being able to cash them in and not make those mistakes out there on the racetrack.
That's kind of been the goal here recently, but anymore, we seem pretty lucky if we're able to finish a race. So hopefully this will turn the momentum around and get this monkey off our back, and we can keep heading in the right direction from here.
Absolutely, brother. That's what we can all hope for is a great run, a great drive here for you tonight in this one. Bryce, who would you like to thank for such a great job and great performance out there on the racetrack?
I got to thank the whole crew over at NLR first and foremost. If it wasn't for Keith, always showing me how to get it done. I mean, granted, he didn't show me exactly how because he was 2 seconds ahead of me there at the finish. We won't talk about it before the competition caution, but hey, he helped me out. So I think I have to thank him. Charles, I guess I can thank him. He's an all right guy. Nate, Blake, I know Dustin was in there, Jordan was in there. All those guys, when we're together, it's a blast. Have to thank Mama Bear, House of Speed, Team Conti, Papa Mike's Promotion, new to the team this year, E&D Farms, and also have to thank Ty, and I guess one of the world's best broadcasters, and Woods.
You know it, brother. You know it, mister. Well, Bryce, always a pleasure to talk to you up here in the broadcast booth, and we can't wait to get you back up here for more and more of these post-race interviews, man. A great run and a great show here this evening, and hopefully we'll see you back out here and up in the broadcast booth next week as we head to the SRX cars next weekend. It's going to be a lot of fun, a very interesting session for that one as you guys are going to have to get some good practice in, try to figure those cars out and get ready for that race.
Yeah, it's gonna be a tough one. I've never I don't even have the cars bought yet, I don't think, so it's definitely going to be interesting.
I don't think I do either, so it's going to be a pretty wild one to say the least. As it'll be interesting to see, really what those cars can do and how difficult or easy they may be. I don't even know. I haven't even really seen anyone racing those as much as they were cool coming into the series, into iRacing. I mean, I haven't really seen any, huge races with them or really any other leagues putting on SRX ride series. So could be one of the first races broadcasted here on PeaceMaker Gaming for them.
And I'm looking forward to it. Real quick, I'm taking my thanks back from Ty, and I'm moving it to Matt Fletchell there. That was probably some of the greatest racing there, so I'm gonna take it back and give it to Matt.
Perfect. Yeah, huge thanks to Matt Fletchell for not moving you and taking you out there late in this race. It's a good battle between you two for that third spot, and a great race altogether for yourself and the rest of the crew. Bryce, always good to talk to you. Always happy to see you up here in the broadcast booth after a race, and can't wait to see you back out there on the racetrack next week.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Absolutely. Enjoy the rest of your night.
You too, buddy.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, give it up there for our third place finisher, Bryce Dickinson. As Bryce Bear coming home in position number 3. A great run and a great drive there by that E&D Farms House of Speed, Papa Mike Promotions, and number 84 ride. As Nathan Smith says, the SRX rides are super tight cars. They're super tight. Okay. That's going to be interesting to see what people are going to be able to do. This next season, IndyCar League. All right. I might be able to get on board with that. All depends. There's a lot of road courses because IndyCar runs a good amount of road courses in there. So, I'm down. I got a ton of road courses that I've bought, especially all the NASCAR ones and a lot of the other ones. So, if you guys want to head to road courses, I'm down for it. I got pretty much all of them. I pretty much got everything on this server except for the SRX rides. As Matt says, laugh out loud, he done great. I reckon anyone for a spot. Yeah, 100%. No road courses? God, no. Oh, you're going to break poor Hackney's heart with that one, okay? You're going to break poor Hackney's heart with that one, with no road courses. Road courses are kind of fun. Here and there, road courses are kind of fun. They're good to mix it up, especially if you have a good group of guys that can, take it easy and not really, have a crazy race, or maybe have, a couple quick caution flags, a bunch of them back up together again, and have everyone kind of tight where it's not spread out an enormous amount. But they're fun to a certain point. For short runs, they're very, very fun. It's okay. Hackney will still win them all. I don't know about that one. I mean, the IndyCar's whole new ball game. I'm sure Hackney will figure them out in a quick hurry, but I don't know. I don't know. There could be some IndyCar ringers that might hop in and show you guys how to get it done if that's the case. You never know. Can't count your chickens before they hatch, Ty. Come on now. But listen, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, absolutely amazing race, absolutely amazing evening here from Bristol Dirt, and it was a lot of fun here for the Sweet Teas Redemption Tour race number 3. As next week we jump into the SRX rides, I do believe going to Iowa. I could be wrong on the track here. Looks like they are going to Kern. Kevin Harvick's Kern County Raceway next week with the SRX ride. So that's going to be a lot of fun. Going to be very, very interesting to see those drivers out on the racetrack duking it out and battling there with that one. As it's going to be a lot of fun. Going to be a good time, and we're going to enjoy watching these guys duke it out there tomorrow evening. But listen, thank y'all for tuning in. I'll catch you guys all back here in the next one. Thank y'all for tuning in, and hopefully you guys have yourselves a wonderful evening and a great rest of your night, and I'll catch y'all back here in the next one. Peace out for now, baby. Peace out for now, ladies and gentlemen.
Where fun meets fright, where every experience transports you to a world of fun. Play 18 holes of blacklight mini-golf in ancient Egypt, a haunted house, and beyond the grave. Step inside our virtual reality arena, where you take control of video games and virtual worlds. Battle robots, shoot zombies, and compete against your friends. Throw your next birthday with our VIP party pack. Our party pros are ready to entertain you with a fright fest you'll never forget. Perfect for an action-packed date night full of flirty fun. Our state-of-the-art arcade has the latest games with the coolest prizes. Be sure to feast on some tasty morsels in the Graveyard Grill. So come on, bring your coolish gang over to Scary Strokes, where every experience matters. Welcome to Scary Strokes, where fun meets fright, where every experience transports you to a world of fun. Play 18 holes of blacklight minigolf in ancient Egypt, a haunted house, and beyond the grave. Step inside our virtual reality arena, where you take control of video games and virtual worlds. Battle robots, shoot zombies, and compete against your friends. Roll your next birthday with our VIP party pack. Our party pros are ready to entertain you with a fright fest you'll never forget. Perfect for an action-packed date night full of flirty fun. Our state-of-the-art arcade has the latest games with the coolest prizes. Be sure to feast on some tasty morsels in the Graveyard Grill. So come on, bring your coolish gang over to Scary Strokes, where every experience matters. Welcome to Scary Strokes, where fun meets fright, where every experience transports you to a world of fun. Play 18 holes of blacklight minigolf in ancient Egypt, a haunted house, and beyond the grave. Step inside our virtual reality arena, where you take control of video games and virtual worlds. Battle robots, shoot zombies, and compete against your friends. Roll your next birthday.